guys for being on tonight. So it is 5:03, and I am so excited that you're with me. Of course, we have a small group right now, but I know those of you who are watching it from home, you are feeling the love, you're feeling the energy. And I just got to tell you, I couldn't wait for my Monday night meetings when I was a consultant, when I was growing up in Mary Kay, because I don't know if you're experiencing this. Of course, being in COVID, you probably are, but like there is not a lot of awesome energy out there in the world. You go to work, you go to the dentist, you go places, and people are like, "Hi, how are you? Hope you're having a great day." And then we bring it in Mary Kay, right? And this weekend we had our rock and rally. I mean, you got to feel the energy, and I hope you start realizing that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? I can guide you. We can give you this momentary glimpse of how the world can be. Your world can turn pink, but we can't make you drink. It means you've got to decide if you're going to put in a little extra time, a little extra learning, or time to really check your own attitude and to really look at how you can be that love. You can be the energy in the room. And I truly believe that once I realized, like, wow, I would come to Joanna's meetings every Monday night, and I was a tight little rosebud, am very insecure. I didn't really know how to talk, and start conversation with strangers. And then all of a sudden I realized, everybody's scared. So if I just take the first step and say hi, then all of a sudden the whole energy of the room can shift, all because of me. I can be a difference maker. And when I started to learn that, then I didn't have to just wait till Monday night to get my juices. I could be that juice all the time. Is anybody feeling me? Okay. So it is my favorite thing to do is to start our meetings off with crows. And the best way I can explain a crow is really, how was your Mary Kay a blessing to someone in the world this week? And maybe it was you. Maybe it actually was a blessing to you. Many a times we don't realize how much we change lives until we share with our friends. So who wants to start with some kind of a crow for the week? It can even be an awesome celebration on you.
Okay, I'll go. So I shared this with Andrea already, but I delivered an order this Monday evening, and it was really fun because as I was delivering the order and making the host or the customer feel important, her husband comes out, and he's adorable. She's a great customer, and he really loves on her. But he's a band player, and he's like, "Hey, we were just listening to a song about you. Can you sing?" And I'm like, "Can I sing?"
Oh, that's right.
I'm like, "How do you do this?" I'm like, "I can sing. I might not be perfect according to everybody, but I do okay, So he's like, "Well, let's sing Amy, what you gonna do?" And that's not the right tune. But I was like, really excited and taken off guard. And I'm like, okay, but you have to make them feel important too. Remember, he's connected to the customer. So you have to really make him feel happy too. So we sang Elvis, we sang Pure Prairie League, and we sang, what was the other one? Fools Rush In. Wise men say fools rush in, and all I want to do is fall in love with you. So I told him, I said, you're going to have to get our Mary Kay enthusiasm songs and learn them. And then you can play them when we become a unit. Like he's got the guitar out there, and he's literally strumming along. Like, so I think we made his day just as much as we made his wife's day. And so everybody has that little sign that says, make them feel important. So, you can't just discontinue him because he's really part of her. So make sure you love on your husbands of the customers too, and make sure that they realize you're not just a pest taking their money, because it all goes around. And he was funny because he said, it's funny. He was like making a song. We don't do animal testing with Mary Kay. And like, he's making it up, and he was all on point. And I'm like, good going, Fred. Like, so it makes a difference when they pay attention to what happens with our company. So,
you know, Amy, what you just said is so powerful in many, many ways, because Mary Kay always taught us, who is your number one prospect at a party? It's your hostess. And really, many hostesses or customers are going to go back and say to their husbands, what do you think? Is this where I should invest? Is she the one I should go with? And when you've won over the husband, now, number one, if she's not ready to join, you've got somebody you feel comfortable calling and saying, Mother's Day is around the corner. Did your kids get their act together, or do you need my help? and you have that connection, which is huge. But then as you're also building that family bond, they're going to say, oh no, Amy's the right leader for my wife. And that's going to be such a smart investment. So well done. Way to go. Oh my gosh, so fun to start off with crows. Come on, girls. Who else? Nothing good happened in your world. Well, this is a safe place. So as you start thinking of, oh my gosh, like I would love to tell so-and-so how awesome I am. That's what this is all about. And I'll just go. I'm going to tell all of you guys how awesome I am, because if you're not, here's what I want you to know. If you're waking up and you're listening to yourself, then you already are down the wrong path. When you wake up, instead of listening to all the things that you already know and have been going around and around for years and years and years, giving you the same future that looks like the past, when you talk to yourself, that's when the whole universe can change for you. And we also call those affirmations. So talking to yourself is as simple as, let me tell you why I have what's going on and how I can make a difference. And so I am going to tell you that I was getting my COVID shot. I got my first one, so happy. And I was prepared. So you've got to be prepared. The 5 P's: proper planning prevents poor performance. Sometimes I throw that word piss poor, but that's because my bad army mouth comes in. But proper planning prevents poor performance. So if I knew I was going to go out of the house, number one, I'm going to make sure I look cute. I've been stuck in this house for COVID way too long, and I'm ready to get out and meet some people. Number two, the weather's starting to be good. Number three, I'm going for my shot. So I packed my bag filled with little samples, and I'm going to be the pink Santa everywhere I go. So of course, after I got my shot, I said, can I please give you a gift? You are so sweet and kind and excellent service. So I gave everybody in the place a gift. I said, register at my website and you get a little gift from me. So I gave them a sample. It was not conducive at that time for me to get their names and numbers. Okay. So sometimes you just need to get out, get the kinks out and just be a giver. Y'all hear me? Number one, start being more of a giver. And as I was leaving, there was this fabulous lady. The military hospital has people taking rotations to test your temperature. And this fabulous gal helped save my life by telling me that there was a Starbucks in the hospital. And I was like, yeah. So I went to get my Starbucks. And as I came back, I was destined. I said, I got to go meet her. But people kept coming up to her. So she kept having to, scan them, and it wasn't right. So I hid behind the bush, no lie. And I'm drinking my coffee, like real cool, but I'm looking, off the left. And I realized, okay, there's an opening. Nobody's coming. Stroll through the gate as if I was just naturally going through. And I said, you saved my life. And she said, oh, I'm so happy. I said, I'm a Mary Kay girl. Can I give you a sample? And she said, I would love it. So then, of course, we start chit-chatting. That's what networking and giving a pink hug is all about. She said, well, I'm free tomorrow. I went over, had an in-person facial. She had a friend coming, but the friend wasn't able to make it last minute. And of course, over $100. She's my guest tonight. I'm actually on checking. She's watching our recruiting event that's going on right now. And she has a party booked for Mother's Day. So gang, all it takes is one new connection to change your whole business. All right, who else? Anybody else for a crow? All right. Well, we're excited. We've got Dee on, and of course, Arlene's on. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, we've got a fun, powerful night, and I just really, really want to thank the leaders, those of you who have been paving the way, just creating some energy. And it's really exciting because our April has been pretty darn amazing. And I know that I'm hearing reports from lots and lots of people, and those who are in the field have been asked to share some of their successes. So I'm going to go ahead. April is not done yet. Oh, did I say it was? I'm so sorry. No, it's not done yet. We have 3 more days, and we're going to review some of the things that are happening. But most importantly, as I start today, I want you to know that we do run through the finish line, and anything that you feel, okay, I'm a little nervous about, but I'm going to make it, I'm going to just go for it. Let me just tell you, that's when the whole fun of Mary Kay happens. And let us support you. Let us hold your finger and your pinky, and just the fun of being able to say, okay, let's see what you're going to do. Try this, try this. And I'm going to tell you right now, running through a finish line in Mary Kay is the best feeling ever. So I hope that you will start to think about what you can do before the 30th, and let us help you. I have asked some hot shots to teach tonight. And I'm going to start with Miss Amy Paul, because she did a fabulous job, actually now 2 weeks ago, on the 2 girls in a bathroom. And she, and of course her daughter, who just had a birthday. And we then heard Zulema. She's not on yet, but Zulema was Monday. I hope everybody got to watch her and Chloe do 2 girls in the bathroom. That was really great. And then this Monday night is Christine, and that was really good because I got to be a part of that one, and she rocked it, man. She's going to teach you contouring. So I'm going to ask Amy. She is going, get your pens and paper out, because Miss Amy is going to blow your mind as she talks about some upcoming sales ideas and how you can be a star consultant.
Okay. Alrighty. So I was asked to do this, and so I thought the new product launch is coming out with the micellar water cleanser. And so I think that anytime you have a new product launch, you should really take advantage of that. Number 1, because it's something new, they haven't seen it. Number 2, because you can get excited about it because somebody's going to need it. And you probably know someone in mind that is a target customer for that product. And so the person who will be a target customer probably is somebody who's going to the gym, somebody who is constantly on the go, people who are constantly in a ball field, who maybe need to cleanse from the morning if they've been out all day and they're all hot and sweaty, and maybe they have like a dinner they want to go to, and when they just want to freshen up on the go, that's something that's perfect to put in their pouch or their totes or whatever, and travel with that product. People who travel a lot, maybe they don't want to take every single thing every time they go, but maybe they're just going for a quick overnight. That would be a great place to put that in as well. And then teenagers, like people who are in sports that need to freshen up maybe at the school, or they're changing and they're on the go as well. And I think this would also fit one of our more naturally designed customers, like people who, and don't get mad with me, but I'm going to say granola. It's just a term, but maybe y'all don't use that. But like people who have more of a preference to stay and you know, you hear the clean makeup phase. So that would be like a person who would fit into that target group for that customer. And, you know, not trying to doubt anybody at all. We love all of our customers, no matter which pocket they fit, because we have a pocket for each one of those customers. So take advantage of those product launches. Get excited about them, print out a little piece of paper, stick it in every flyer, and then upsell. I think that is one of the most missed opportunities for a person. When you get in their space and you're handing them the products and you're taking money, before you take the money, say, oh, by the way, I have this new product. And the lady that I got a concert with and sang with, I did the same thing. And I said, oh, by the way. And she said, I already wrote my check. And I said, it's okay. Pay me when I deliver. You know what I mean? And so just take that order, upsell every single time, take advantage of being in their space, because you're making them feel important. Even though they're helping you, you're helping them as well in a different fashion. And when they fall in love with that product, they're going to pass it on to their family and friends. So that's the new product launch. Second would be birthdays. Everybody has a birthday, pretty sure. Some people don't like them. Some people appreciate them. And so you need to help them figure out how to take advantage of that. And that's totally up to you. Every person will do this differently. But call your customers maybe a couple days before and say, hey, by the way, send them a card in the mail. Or if you don't have time to send a card and it snuck up on you, call them and be like, hey, Susie Q, I just want to spread some love on you and let you know that your birthday's coming up. And like I do a 20% birthday discount for my customers because that's the one time a year they usually get that. You can do whatever you choose. I don't give away a lot of product all the time, but I have like 2 events a year that is really nice for my customers to take advantage of. And some of them don't take advantage of it. And if they don't take advantage of it in the month that it's given, they don't get it. Simple. So if they miss it, you know, you can make them feel important in a different way. Like give them a little gift with fudge or I don't know, whatever, make them feel special. I do all kinds of things. I put jams in their little packets to make them feel happy. So, and I don't know, my camera is really probably not the best.
Just hold it at an angle.
Is that better?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. So with this, and maybe if I back up a little bit, this is just a little teddy bear. And this is Mint Bliss, and I can't catch that right with the light. But it's just a cute little idea. You can make up little birthday gifts or for Mother's Day.
Hold it like this, and the light won't reflect it. So a little angled. Yeah, that it normally helps. It's still a little.
It's probably just my camera. So I apologize. But you can see his little foot says, baked with love. It, you know, but it doesn't have to be a baked gift. I just use whatever you have. So I made up some little gift ideas, something that'd be cute. And I don't know how well they'll show. There, is that better?
It's adorable. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so kind of, it's one of the limited edition past pedicure sets. And if you run out of something with it, you can kind of ad lib with products you have, but just make up something pretty. As long as it looks pretty and looks like it's going to pamper them, it's really pretty good to go. So there's a loop or a foot brush in here with pumice stone, some toe spreaders, some fingernail polish, and some of the little mint fizzies left, and then an emery board. So you just make it look cute. Try to keep some things below. You can do a wide range. You can do anything from like about 10 or 11 to about 100. And other than that, it's usually Christmas for most people. And so, okay. Well, it really doesn't look good in the light there. So, but I put the Live Fearlessly in a mug with some tea. And it's a cute little mug, even though y'all can't see it. And it says, a happy heart makes the face cheerful. Proverbs 15:13. And so put a little bow on it, make it pretty with some tea bags in there. That's a great gift under 50 for Mother's Day. Okay. So what does Mother's Day say to you guys? To me, it says they love you. You haven't killed them yet, right? As Joe would say, although we all probably feel like that once in a while, but we all really, truly love our kids. So I made a pampering basket, and this one maybe you can see a little better. Mm-hmm. I put some Mozart in there for some classical relaxation, a satin hand set, some eye gel patches, a loofah, and your whipped body shea cream. And I think that's a perfect little pamper packet for Mother's Day. So everybody wants to be made to feel important. And that's really what Mary Kay said the sign is around everybody's neck. So make them feel important. Even if you're giving it as a gift, or if you're having someone purchase it for a gift, really maybe take a thought. You could tie a little note, handwritten note, like cut the edges a little pretty, and just hang it on anything. It says, you're fabulous. You know, I couldn't make it without you. Make it heart touching, and that will really tie your customers into you as well. And so this is the Clinical Solutions. and I took the little gray headband that says Mary Kay on it, and then just kind of wrapped it around at an angle. Not everything has to be fancy. It just has to be cute enough to them say that I knew that somebody put some love into that, and I enjoy it because they'll love you too.
And those headbands are still on section 2.
Yes, and I think they reduced them maybe.
$2, section 2, you can get them.
Yes, so all these little gifts, whether it's birthdays or Mother's Day, the new product launches, just really try to work with them and see how you can, who comes to mind when that product comes to you or you see it, who comes to mind, and call that person, because it's usually a little inner voice from God saying, hey, listen. So
absolutely. Amy, that's awesome. Can we just go back to the product launches? Let's remind everybody when product launches happen, and they're normally with something called PCP. Can you explain that real quickly? And if you don't know all the dates, I'll help you.
I think maybe you guys can get this stuff yet, but I looked yesterday and I can't get it yet.
Correct.
But normally it would happen around the 16th of a month if it's coming out with a PCP. I'm assuming I'm correct. If I'm not, tell me. And they're also trying to really help us finish out our seminar year.
Yeah.
And if you tag into Mother's Day, a new product launch, and Father's Day, you should be able to rock out your Star Consultant quarter and be consistent with those ideas. Because there's Father's Day, Mother's Day, and there is the new product launch. So if you hit all those with birthdays, there's no reason, even if you've got 0 in right now, make a connection with somebody. You know, some orders can be like $10, $15, and some can be hundreds. And you all have the capability to do that. You all have that capability to say, you can find somebody who can connect that dream with yours. And I learned that with the Rock and Red. And I think that was my takeaway if y'all looked at Shape Family Superstars. And that was kind of like something that hit home to me. But each one of us has somebody who has a dream that's connected to yours. Mm-hmm. You need to find that person. And whether you know them now, whether you don't know them now, that kind of touched my heart, because I think sometimes we all think maybe we don't have what it takes, or we don't have what in us to talk to somebody who maybe looks maybe better than we feel we look that day, because everybody has that little negative voice in there. And I think it's really positive to overcome that, because we don't know where each person's been and what their day's been like. Yeah. But that smile could be something that would just totally change their day. And I think that's so important to key into your customers, or even the person at the grocery store that's tired and haggard looking and like they've had a really bad day. You can just tell. Smile and say hi. You never know where it's going to go.
That's awesome. So absolutely love the tie-in and bringing out Rock and Red. I appreciate you doing that. Sometimes we don't think that we matter, but we really do. We make such a big difference, and that's beautiful. Thank you, Amy. Give her a big woo-woo celebration. And I am going to move right over to Miss Christine Mcknight, another hotshot who has been asked to teach tonight. And Miss Christine, I am going to give you the floor. Tell everybody what you're going to talk about tonight.
So I'm going to talk about customer service, because just as important as Amy was saying with the sales, if you're giving service that is like, then you're out of business. I'm sorry to say. Like, you have to love on your customers. You have to listen to your customers, and you have to know what they're going to want, when they're going to want it, before they even know they're going to want it, if that makes total sense. So like one of my brand new customers, she bought her skincare set and she saw the men's set on the shelf, and she's like, oh, I'm going to want that for my husband for Father's Day. And I was like, okay, great. So I texted her follow-up and I said, hey, what's your husband's favorite color? Because when I wrap his Father's Day gift, I'm going to make sure I put that color shred in the gift. And so that was the listening. And like the customer who goes, oh, this is all puffy. Like, how do I do puffy? And oh, soothing eye gel, put it in the fridge. It's perfect. So knowing what your customers are going to want, like, especially if there's like a product change coming and you have a customer that absolutely 100% in the world loves Biscotti eyeshadow, let your customer know, give them a chance to stock up if they want to, stock up for them in advance. Like literally, y'all, I don't say this to brag. I can do the 600 consistency on reorders alone because I give amazing customer service to my customers. And that's because I listen. At Christmas, everybody wanted Harry Potter eyeshadow compacts. And I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I got those 4 looks. And I had customers who were like, I want Gryffindor, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one, I want that one. And I made it happen because I listened. As soon as I saw it, I sent that to them and I'm like, hey, look, I know you like Harry Potter. What do you think? And they'll tell you, and you're gonna want to listen. And the way I give amazing customer service is if you are not utilizing the My Customers app, be utilizing that app. That is there for a reason. There are other CRM platforms that for other direct selling companies where they have to pay money for that backdoor system that we don't have to. So be using that. So when you get an order, put it in the orders under My Customers. All your customers are there. And you can even set at the very bottom, it says 2 + 2 + 2 reminder so that you can be following up every 2 days, every 2 weeks, every 2 months. And about every 2 months, we've got that wonderful PCP program that Amy talked about. So you're sending the catalog and you're going, oh, you're due for PCP. It tells you when their birthdays are. It tells you when their anniversaries are. You can schedule all the e-cards to go. And you can just take one Sunday a month at like the very end of the month and program all your birthdays for the following month and go, hey, happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you got the card I sent you. I can't wait to reconnect with you this month. And just be listening to what your customers want. Because if you're not listening, you're out of business because there's nothing we can do. I had somebody go, they sat down, they did a facial. They didn't buy a skincare set, but like a week and a half ago, they're like, hey, I want that skincare set. And they were like trying to explain it to me. And I'm like, girl, I already know which one it is. I got you. It's wrapped. Here you go. Because I listened. So don't be afraid to listen. Under My Customers, there's a spot to take notes. Take a notebook. Notebooks are my friend. Like do not be afraid to take more notes. And they even tell you, like when you do a marketing share, take lots and lots of notes. Why? Because it makes your customer feel like you actually listen to them.
I love it. And Mary Kay always said, the slightest ink is better than what? The most retentive memory. So y'all are like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm listening, but I'll tell you what, tomorrow you won't be able to say that quote that Christine or Amy or our next speaker, Jamie, said, unless you have written it down. So way to go, Miss Christine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, our final speaker for the night, another hotshot in the field. We are having Miss Jamie Boyer. Take it away. Tell everybody what you're teaching. Whoops, there we go. Tell everybody what you're teaching on.
Hang on, I gotta get this little thingy off of there. All right, I'm actually going to teach on my date book. My children call this the Mary Kay Bible. I put everything in it. If the things they have to do is not in it, it doesn't get done. So they know they have to tell me once a month to do it. So the first thing I do when I get a new one is I jazz it up. I use those applause magazines. I cut out stuff, goal things, neat things that I want to remember that Mary Kay has said to motivate me. And I just put tape over it to hold it in place. And then I take it month by month, like this is my April.
It's a little blurry. Okay, there we go.
You see it?
Yeah, it's better.
It's my family's stuff that they have to do. If I got to take my mom to the doctor, all that is on there. A busy date book makes you look really important. And if they see that you got a blank white date book, they won't book with you because they think you have all the time in the world. But when you have lots of stuff written down, I've even put on there Abby haircut. It's a cat. Just to make it look busy, so that because they're thinking, wow, she's so busy, I got to hurry up and get in with her as fast as I can. And then I also cut more things out to motivate me. And I try to put this in the particular month of what I'm going for so that it can really push me further than I need to go, you know. She's notebooks, I'm clips. And then I clip it down to the 6 most important things and a list of everything that I have to do. I cross it off with an X if I don't get to do it. Once again, it looks real super busy. I start out with the 6 most important things and I do my best to check every single one off. And I do more for the rest of the week, and then I add in as the week goes on of other things I have to do. And then this way, this has really been a lifesaver for me because it's shown me that, you know, I think, oh, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do that. Well, looking at all the gaps,
and I'll be able to tell you.
you've got time to make 5 calls. You got time to make 10 calls because there is gaps in there that you don't even realize you're missing.
Sorry.
That you're just not doing. Is something wrong?
Oh, okay. Somehow I had a video playing in the background, and I apologize for that noise.
Well, that's okay. But when you write it down and really look at it and dedicate your time to God first, family second, and then your career, sometimes they have to be out of order, but they still need to be pressed upon. But as you write things down, then you start looking, you're like, wow, look at all those gaps of things I could be doing, when usually it's just sitting on the couch eating ice cream. So there's time that you can fit it in that you wouldn't even realize. And then and I keep the backside put together so I don't have to deal with it just yet. But also on here, I keep another piece of paper. I know it sounds stupid, but I have another piece of paper that I put my lists on, including phone calls, places I got to go, and I put them in the order of where I've got to stop. So like if I've got to go pick up my mom first, then go to the post office and all that, that is the order it's written down. And then I cross it off as the day goes on, so I'm not backtracking or forgetting something that really, really definitely has to be done. So, but that's pretty much it. Just make it look busy. Definitely be a booking machine and putting it in there. And just trying to stay organized with this. Some people prefer to use the daily plan sheet, the weekly plan sheet is the place of this. And I used to as well. But I just found that if everything's in here, I will do it.
You'll do it.
It has to be written down in here.
That's excellent. Thank you so much, Jamie. That's wonderful. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so you guys, this is your time to, I'm going to give about 5 minutes, and we are going to allow questions. And this is when you get to spotlight. No, I get spotlight. This is when you get to ask these amazing women a little bit more about what you just listened, so that you can take your business to the next level. I really love what we heard: customer service, we heard time management, we heard, of course, upselling and how to listen. Christine also talked about listening with your customer. So think about in your own life, in your own week, where are you having the excitement, but then maybe not crossing that goal and that finish line? Where are you getting a little bit stuck? Because this is a safe place, and we want to really have some questions and answer for you to be able to hit your goals. Now, maybe you're like, I don't really have any goals. I'm going to give you a goal, okay? This is like the best goal to focus on, and it's so stupid simple. 3 plus 3 plus 3. It is Mary Kay's magic formula. And when you're focused on 3 parties a week, 3 sharing appointments a week, and $300 in sales a week, even if you miss, you're landing among the stars because you're doing some activity of facials, some sharing activity, and some sales. So that's ultimately what we should all strive for. If that freaks you out, go for 2 plus 2 plus 2. If that still freaks you out, go for 1 plus 1 plus 1. You can do it. You really, really can. So who might have a question or want to ask something that has been troubling you in your business? Anyone?
If you don't ask it, you can't answer it.
I hear crickets.
All right. Well, I'm going to move on, and maybe you'll come up with some things that you really would like to have some guidance on. We're excited that you're here, and we would love to answer those for you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get the right, that's not it. Let me get it lined up here. Okay, so I'm going to screen share for our Take It to the Top Tuesday, T3. And Joe is feeling sick tonight, so keep her in your prayers. Oops, let's see. I'll go full screen here. I cannot see any chats, so if you really want to shout out, just go ahead and shout out so that I can use the screen share to its fullest. Really excited about what this week
Andrea?
is. Yes.
Andrea?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought of a question.
Okay, let's do it.
Last week, who does the videos about technical tips, but I didn't get his name. You said he does videos about
Oh,
tips.
last week?
Yes, and I can't, and you said his name, but I missed it.
I did not
So we
say
can
his
look
name.
him up and watch the videos.
I have to look it up. Hold on. It's not his name. It is the site name. Hold on. I have to do my I have to actually Google it.
You can
'cause I
just
don't
send
know.
it to me later.
Yes.
No,
I can
you're
probably
okay. Just
type.
send it to me later. I was just curious.
No, I got it right here.
I won't
Okay.
take up your
It's
time.
called Howfinity. That is his it says best how-to videos on the web, Howfinity, and it is a YouTube channel. So if you, it's all one word, Howfinity. Yeah.
HOWFINITY.
Yeah. Howfinity.com.
No,
just in YouTube where it has search.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
It's in YouTube.
All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to give a little sales tip before we go into our training, and I do want to talk about time management, because everything we're really focused on two things: selling the product, sharing the product, selling the product, sharing the product, selling the product, sharing the product, choo, 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 choo. And when you start getting your choo choo in sync, guess what? Then your choo choo isn't doing this, and your choo choo isn't doing this. You're actually like, woo, baby, I'm moving forward and I'm moving fast, and look at the fun we're having. And so it really is all about getting your rhythm with sharing the product, sharing the company. And you got to hear a little about that tonight. When you start your day, as Jamie said, she has her physical book. Christine has a big old binder that's like this, and she has her, and she calls it her brain book. Actually, she has a name for her. Do you have a name for yours?
My kids have named my brain book. It is called Brainy.
Brainy. I thought that was a name.
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I'm guessing it's a girl because it's pink, but my kids started calling it Brainy. And so when I want it, I'm like, somebody bring me Brainy. And then
great.
my brain book will appear in front of me. So.
Perfect. I am a lot more of a digital girl. And so there are other methods if you are somebody who is moving into having everything be digital, or you're only using your phone. I got to tell you though, here's the thing. If you are not killing it with time management, if you're not achieving your goals week after week after week with peace and excitement, then I'm going to encourage you to go back to the paper method, because the chances are you think you're really good at your time management because you're using your phone. But unfortunately, we are missing so many little distractions that are basically kidnapping, how can I say that? Kidnapping our time. Anybody sit down to open up Facebook and an hour and a half has gone by and you're like, what was I doing? I was scrolling. Holy mackerel. Where did that go? You're never going to get that time back. And so I'm just going to guide you to go back to the basics. And Mary Kay gave that wonderful calendar in the starter kit for a reason. It's like $5 on section 2. You can create your own like Christine has. But I would say go back and start looking at 30-minute increments throughout the day. If you have no idea where your time is going, start to put a timer on, start tomorrow, and wake up and put a timer for 30 minutes and just keep doing that. And as you're having that timer go off, write down on a piece of paper, what did you just achieve in 30 minutes? Well, I made coffee and read the paper. Okay, that's no problem. But was that scheduled, or did you not even realize that you had Good Morning America on and now you got trapped, sucked in for 45 minutes to something that, Tom Cruise was on, so you wanted to pay attention or whatever. And see, here we go with all the dings. So I want you to know that distractions are such a huge problem, and our children are going to have it worse. We've got to be the example. So start paying attention to where you're allowing distractions to occur. And the first thing to do, turn off some of the notifications on your phone. That's the first thing. But start tracking every 30 minutes and look what you're achieving for the day. I'm not saying Mary Kay. You don't have to work Mary Kay every 30 minutes. But when you start to pay attention to where you are not as efficient with your time, you could slide in a little bit more money making with Mary Kay. Did you realize that it took you 45 minutes to start laundry? What if you started laundry and then did 5 calls before you put it in the dryer? Like, what if you could make your day clean clothes and have some cash? Hey, that's pretty fun. I always play games with myself in 15-minute increments. So I would actually procrastinate, and then I'd say, okay, I only have 15 minutes. I got to do my dials. And I would have the best confidence and conversations in 15 minutes, because when I was calling, I would say, oh my gosh, Jennifer, I'm doing my Mary Kay calls. I just have a minute. Number one, she knows this business. Number two, she's going to get right down to it. And she's going to know that I can call back later for chit chat, but I'm doing my Mary Kay dials. So people are a lot more appreciative. Like Jamie said, you're busy. I appreciate your time. And they're going to treat you with a different respect. It's a business. They're going to treat you like a business if you act like a business. Can I just get an amen?
Amen. Andrea, can I share something?
Please.
Okay, so this is where I was bad at time management, you guys, and I'm going to tell you, like, this is what it is. You get 168 hours in a week. You might want to write this down. 168 hours. Okay, everybody gets the same 168 hours in a week. We're going to take away 56 hours for sleeping because we're going to shoot for 8 hours a night, right? So you're left with 112 hours. If you have a job and you work 40 hours a week, we're going to have 72 hours left over. You work 5 days a week, half hour there, half hour back, take away 5 hours for drive time. You're left with 67 hours. 5 hours for meals at work, during the week, you're left with 62 hours. 4 hours for your husband. That is not negotiable. 4 hours for your husband every week. He will love you. He will be supportive. Leaves you 58 hours a week. Take away 30 hours for your family time. That's running to the grocery store, doing a doctor's appointment, checking the mail, being with homework, doing whatever. That's 28 hours left. You take away 7 hours for personal time. That's you go get your nails done, you do your hair, you read a book. I don't care what you're doing for 7 hours. You take 7 hours. You're left with 21 hours in a week. 21 hours for you to do Mary Kay, your business, book a vacation. I don't care what you're doing with 21 hours, but you're left with 21 hours a week to do anything you want to do. And I promise you, it sounds weird. It sounds like it doesn't work. I promise you, I've tracked it. I've done it every week.
It works.
It works. And I'll put it in the notes for y'all to see it.
I love it. I appreciate that. Please do. And what do you do with those hours that Christine just found for you? This is a powerful tool, because then you start to go, wow, look, maybe you only have 5 hours. Well, guess what? You have 5 hours. You didn't think you had any time to work your business. And so what Christine just did is a great example that I do a lot of times in a sharing appointment. So I hope that you will listen to this again and really write down where you're at. Really powerful. Thank you so much, Christine. So what do you do when you find out that you do have your 5 hours? Well, ladies, that's why we have what's called income producing activities. And when we talk about a tracking sheet, that is exactly what Jamie said tonight, where she has her 6 most important things to do list that Mary Kay taught us we should do. I'm not always the best, but I will say when I do this, I'm like kicking it. Night before you leave your office, before you have your family time, you want to write down your 6 most important things for the next day. And what we saw, if you were at Red Rally, we actually heard this in one of our classes where it was actually Marnie Hendricks. Now that I think about it, she writes her 6 most important things, and then she says, at night, I am the boss, writing down all the things my employee has to do. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm the employee. And I look at the list that my boss gave me. My boss said, call Susie, book a party. Well, I better do that or else I'm going to get fired. Isn't it funny how when we play games with ourselves, we actually might do things with more confidence because we don't want to get fired. But when we think it's for ourselves, we are chicken and we totally degrade our own confidence. Anybody feeling me there? Is like that sinking? Okay, it's true. So you need to start putting on your boss cap in the night. And then in the morning, when you get into your Mary Kay office, start being the employee or else you're going to get fired. And that does not feel good. So I love it. Thank you so much. It's also emptying your brain before sleep. So true. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I want to bring you to, I'm going to get to the income producing activities. They're lower in our slide. But I want to make sure you all know right now, our Power of Pink, keep it going. You never know what we might. The goal is that this becomes your second VIP page, that this is a safe place where your customers can be motivated by all the other customers and all the other consultants. And they're going to say, oh, I need to purchase that, or, oh, wow, I never thought about that in my life. And it's a real powerful community for all of the Shipe family. Of course, T3, really, you should never miss the T3. And of course, if you are watching this on recording, make sure within 24 hours you post your takeaway so that you can get credit. The rest of the week, I hope you are being very good with your own sales and appointments. We have a new date for the closet clean out. It is 3 June, and I will be telling you next week why we expanded the time. So that we can give you one more opportunity to be a part of it. So keep running towards the Spark achievement, towards having new team members, and of course, being a star consultant before we have our event. This is really exciting. I've got my top customers sort of having a little competition, and I listen to lots and lots of different podcasts. And I'm going to tell you one of the podcasts that I was just listening to actually was on NPR, and it really talked about customers during the pandemic. And they said that customers have been loving any kind of extra badge, just like Mary Kay has given us a way to get a badge to buy more and be a better VIP customer. So in your own VIP group, this is going right along with what is absolutely happening out in corporate America. And I hope that you will keep talking about it, because the more you talk about it, I'm giving 10 points. I didn't post it here, but I'm giving 10 bonus points to every customer that gives me a referral, 50 bonus points when they are a hostess. And of course, their sales go into their points. And so I'm tracking it, and I'm also congratulating each week my top 20 customers. So they're seeing their name just like you see your name in our countdown, our count up every week. So I hope you'll remember that. And we can talk about this. Any of these ideas that you're seeing, please reach out to myself or Joe so that you can, of course, incorporate them and not waste time, because it'll be here before you know it. And we want you to finish STAR. So all these great selling ideas that Amy gave us tonight, as well as customer service and how to use your time wisely, it's also you can be a star each and every quarter. It's so much fun to have cash. And this is not going to being a what we would say a star week, selling 300 a week, that's not going to be enough to live on. But my gosh, you guys, this means that you're out there, you're seeing people, you're developing your skills and your confidence in customer service. You're understanding how to create new customers and how to teach the benefits of the products. And it leads to more people that you're in touch with. And so it is absolutely where you need to be if you want to be car driving and being a sales director. This, of course, is our monthly, I'm wearing it tonight, our monthly bracelet for a 600 wholesale order. And when you do April, May, and June, you're going to get this gorgeous bracelet that goes along with the necklace and the earrings from the past consultant Consistency Club. Welcome, welcome. I think that these gals were celebrated last week. So let's move into our senior consultants. We have Debbie Walder, Jamie, Patty, Kathy squared, Maureen, Alice, Marcia, Joan, Francine, Zulema, Cecilia, Amy, Vicky, Diana from the Zajac unit. We have Dee, Christine, Amanda, Consuelo, Tony, and Kelly. And from the skill unit, Elizabeth and Lisa. Yay, yay. So our red jackets are we have Sarah Thompson and Sharice Edwards. And then, of course, our team leader with 5. This is where the commissions start to grow, Ms. Jackie Eisman. And the ultimate commission schedule is our elite team leader. She unlocks the bonus 5% when she has reds on her own personal team. So we are so excited for her. Sayonara, I believe, is still in Brazil. So keep her in your prayers, please. Pull out your Spark form each month. When you turn it in, you get points for the month, and you can either earn a free product or event cash. And the next event coming up is seminar. So we want you to be able to go to all company events, and we love the idea of helping you earn it for free. 10 points on. Anybody here alive? Shout if you're alive. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I can't see you, so let me put on my video piano. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so give yourself 10 points. I did want to say we had such a kick butt queen of sales and a runner-up last week, and I wanted the runner-up to give herself a bonus 10 points for that last week, and I didn't say it, but our queen, of course, got her big points. Okay, Okay, so thank you for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet on Sunday. We had Arlene, Amy, Jamie, Christine, Vicky, Joan, and Zulema. And it all keeps, I'm telling you, you're going to be so happy you did it, because when you go to any of the company events or you get something in the mail from me and you're like, what? Just for turning in my things? I didn't even know I qualified for this. You earn things for sneezing in Mary Kay. It's just fun. And there's nothing like a UPS or a FedEx drive, pulling up. Give it up for our weekly queen of sales, Miss Jamie Boyard. She had 496 in retail sales, and Miss Zulema, who's not on yet, but she was our first runner up. Miss Jamie, you want to give a tip? Give me a chance to drink some water. Oh, hold on. You're muted.
That's what I mean. I can't see you, so I don't know what's going on. Really, it was just talking to my customers once again, and I've been having them, if they don't want to do a party, I've been saying, well, how about you take up some orders and I'll give you a little something special for that. And so they've been taking up orders for me. They've been giving me a lot of referrals. So it's been things like that. I'm still doing the birthdays and
awesome. You know what? You just reminded me. I love being able to say what is on your wish list that I could help you get for free. Let's just bless more women. Y'all, Mary Kay gave me a BMW, and my unit just knew that was blessing more women. We are blessing more women. So if you just, instead of, especially because we have a lot of new people, I do not want you to ever pick up the phone and do customer calls and say, hey, what do you want to buy? Do you want to buy some Mary Kay? No. That's the biggest way to ruin your whole business. You are calling to bless. You're calling to bless and to educate them on what's new. Oh my gosh, we have something new. I was just thinking of you. We've been talking a lot about, I called you, and you must, women are always in one of three places. You might need some prayer, you might need some pampering, or you might need some Mary Kay product. So I was just giving you a call to find out which of those is best for you. So of course, Jamie took it away. We did not have a Queen of Sharing this week, but I'll tell you, till Friday, every single team member that you recruit, you are going to be in the running for double credit and also double bonus. Now that means that when they hit their 600 wholesale and they have 4 months to do it, Mary Kay is not going to reward you with $50 cash. They're going to actually double that, and you get paid instantly. So I really think that the next couple days, and using the video tonight that I was streaming into my VIP, it's a very, very good thing to be able to educate women on how Mary Kay fits all different demographics, all different educational and socioeconomic groups. And there's no better place than our business and our sisterhood. So let's keep going. I will tell you this. Okay. Whoops. Earn secret swag bag for achieving this level by the 29th. So it's coming up. We have an early date. So by the 29th, you will earn bonus things from your director, and I'm going to review those items. So just give me a second and I'll get to that page. We've got a couple firecrackers. Both Joe and Dre are firecrackers for the month. When you are a firecracker from your sales director, you are going to get 5 bonus new products that you are not going to be able to order until May 10 if you did PCP or were a star. Everybody else has to wait till May 15. So that's one of those dates that Amy was teaching us about with the new product launch. So May 15th, everybody can order. But when you're a firecracker, you're going to earn 5 gifts this month. When you're a sparkler, you're going to earn 3. Miss Christine has already got 3. When you are an igniter, you're going to get one of the brand new products. And you all probably saw that you can order the micellar that Amy spoke about. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but you'll also get something else free from myself or Joanna. Okay, I want to keep going. I want to show you. I'm going to skip because we don't have a lot of time. Here's some Mother's Day pictures. I've got these at our Facebook page. I've got more also coming. Zulema had a great post today that I'm putting on my page. This is one tracking sheet to help you with your faces and to help you with your sharing. And the sharing is really having somebody watch a video, but then we have to do the follow-up questions. And so if you're in my group, you just need to do the Peek into Pink survey, which is all digital. She just fills it out and she goes into the monthly giveaway, and we give away a Skin Vigorate brush every single month. But this is a tracking form that you can use to keep track of that. And then we talked about the income producing activities. My computer froze. Hold on. Why is this not moving? It's not moving. Hold on. My slideshow is, oh, that's because we actually had it skipped. So let's go back to that page because it's really good. And we're going to end on this. This is called the income producing activities for those of you who are like, how do I really maximize my time? This is what you want to focus on when you are doing your Mary Kay work. And the most important thing to always focus on is closing a sharing appointment. The second thing to focus on is confirming your scheduled party or your scheduled facials. So confirming. The third thing to do is to do new bookings. Hear me out, you guys. Hear me out. You're not going to do customer service calls first. The third thing is new business, new. Then you can do customer service calls. We tend to do customer service calls because it's our comfort zone, that we already know them and they love us. But you guys, you got to focus first on closing a recruit. Of course, second is confirming parties and confirming future bookings, then getting new bookings every single day. You want to have at least one new booking. I always had Mary Kay say 2 new bookings by 2 p.m. So that's what I focus on. Or I also do 10 dials by 10 a.m. That's another goal. And then, of course, number 4 is your customer service, and 5 is where you call and just encourage your team. So that is, of course, some of the tracking things that we have for you. Okay, you guys, we're going to wrap this up, and I have one thing that I didn't get to tell you, and I think this is pretty cool. Who here would love to sell a little bit more perfume? We don't have all the samples, and we're asking Mary Kay to make the samples. It's not always easy to create a whole manufacturing thing, especially with the shortages that we have right now in COVID. So I want to tell you what I did, and I found these at Walmart. So these are really, really cool. They're like $1 in the craft section. I do have all of the bottles of perfume, but I want to move a lot of my my perfume. So I just took a little, actually what I did was a cotton round, and then I cut it into 4. So in each of these, I've been carrying them with me. I have more, and the men's is in the other. I think I color coded the men's, but I've been opening them up and letting my customer just take a whiff. And it's so much easier than bringing around a big basket filled with the, perfumes that are sometimes difficult to carry. The other thing that's really great about this is that you just squirt a couple and it will last a long time. So that's really, really important. If you are doing perfume, try to get one little one with coffee beans, because it does neutralize all of the different smells and it will prevent somebody from having a little headache. But the other thing that I started to do, and you can do this with little Ziploc bags, but I've been taking the cotton, I've been squirting it and putting it into, I have these little Mylar, I get them from Amazon. I can squirt liquids into this and they seal and they're really tight. So if I ship a package that they can go out, but you can do this with a Ziploc bag. And that way, if you really want to put a men's cologne or a women's perfume, you can put it right into either this or a Ziploc, and you can start to put them in reorder bags or just give them as samples. So I wanted to share with you that idea, because Mother's Day sometimes is a big, and Father's Day. We even have Nurses Appreciation Week. So those can be, maybe not nurses, but the others can be big on the fragrance. Okay, any questions, you guys? I'm getting those crazy eye looks like, oh my gosh, Andrea, it's a lot of info. Has it been an awesome hour? Who here is so happy that they were on tonight?
I have a question.
And I so appreciate Christine putting this in the chat. I will make sure that we also put this in our Stripe Superstar, the unit or the guide for our meeting, so that we can have that there as well. Okay, before we close, here's the most important thing. What are you focused on for the week? Do you know where you're going? Because next Monday is going to come really fast. And if you have no idea where you're going, then the blessings that God puts in your path, you're not even going to be aware of them. Are you looking for honest, hardworking, loving people who are desiring more in life? You've got to be clear with what you're looking for. Otherwise, when you see it, and God puts her in your path tonight, when you're getting takeout, of course, on the East Coast, it's almost bedtime. But here in the Pacific, we're going to go get takeout. Are you even going to recognize that that is the answer to prayer, but you aren't even focused in your mind on what you want? What are you looking for? Are you looking for hostesses who are so excited to partner with you and earn free Mary Kay? What do you want? We've got to work with the reticular activating system, or else we won't even see God's blessings. Who's ready to see God's blessings this week? So you're going to wake up, and Amy, I'm going to let you talk a second. You're going to wake up and you're not going to listen to yourself. You're going to do what?
Affirmations.
Okay, and what else did we call that? Instead of listening to yourself, you're gonna
Talk to yourself.
You're gonna talk to yourself. You're gonna start talking to yourself and say, God created you. You are an incredible human being, and you're gonna talk affirmations and affirming truth to yourself. And then, of course, you're gonna be just like Jamie. You're gonna pull out your weekly plan sheet. You're gonna get to work and be the worst. You're gonna be the best employee, and therefore you won't be the worst employee to get fired. Miss Amy, what do you want to say?
I think real quick, just to give some of the newer people some inspiration, maybe, is maybe can everyone just say their top selling product or their best selling item that they do, just to kind of give them some feedback, because they're I think pretty new.
Sure. Who wants to go first? We got a couple minutes. Go ahead. Go, Amy, you start.
I'll go. My favorite product is going to be like the oil-free makeup remover and the eye gel and satin hands. Everybody needs all of them.
Yeah. Wow. You made me think now. I'm not quite sure if I have a favorite. Christine, do you or Jamie?
I go for the charcoal mask and the moisture gel renewing mask because I have a habit of picking Mount Vesuvius, so it makes it go away. So those two are my favorite, and I really, you all like the satin lips. Like my favorite thing is your husband's gonna want to make out with you when you're done here, so I'm not responsible for that.
I love it. I love it. You say a fantastic song for talking. Oh, that was me. Sorry. I was reading that out loud. You're so sweet. Jamie, go ahead.
Firm. I swear, I wish it would came in giant gallon buckets because I would need buckets to put on me. I'm a little chunky, but I just absolutely love it. And just me telling people how much I love it. That's the party that I had that was $1,000. Two of them purchased it. They said, well, what do you like? And I said, I love Firm. And they said, give me that.
Give me that.
So it just, that's just been one thing that's been going really well for me. And Wrinkle Filler. I absolutely love Wrinkle Filler. Before we had Wrinkle Filler, I would use the eye cream in my wrinkles, and it worked, so, which was odd, but it did work. But I'd have to say that's probably my favorite product. But I sell tons of foundations. That's something that everybody seems to love.
That's a hard one for me, Amy. You're really making me think. I love all of the above. I don't even know which one I would say is my go-to. Maybe the lifting serum if there's just one. But I'm with you there, Jamie. The whole repair is the bomb.
Oh man, I do. I wish I could hang upside down and slather myself in that and let gravity put everything back where it's supposed to be. It would just be amazeballs.
You guys are
really
cute.
would.
Well, as we wait, anyone else want to chime in? Arlene or Dee want to chime in? I know Peg is fairly new. We need to get anyone. Okay, we need to close up here tonight. But really, it's start using the products. And then just start sharing why you love them. People don't need all of the medical stuff. They just want to know why you love them. And if you're like, well, I don't really know, but it feels good. That's all that they need. Because quite honestly, with our guarantee, if it doesn't feel good to them, they can bring it back and you can find something else for them. Make sure that you are saying 100% satisfaction guarantee will find you something that you would love. Because it's not necessarily a money back guarantee unless you want to save $200-300 in your bank account and you refund them. But when you say 100% guarantee, we just find something else that you would love. And that way I'm protecting you when you've already spent your money and something happens, you don't have to worry. Okay, deal, everybody? Pinky promise there? 100% satisfaction guarantee. We just find you something that you would love. There you go. Okay, everybody, have a great night. Be clear on what you want. I encourage you to tell us on the Facebook page so we can all support and pray for you. And then, of course, we'll see you here next Tuesday, T3. I almost forgot to stop recording. I would be in big trouble.